It's great to host you this morning. You're going to have an opportunity to hear from our entire executive team. Mike Carr is going to be covering everything Naviant, so he's our president and CEO. Greg is going to walk through support services, the new role of a customer success advisor that is there to support you. Mitch is going to cover our innovation team, and Jason is going to jump in on accounting and onboarding and any questions you have around that. And then I'm actually stepping in for Mike Campana. He had a family emergency this morning. He's our CMO, and we're going to walk through any educational resources that are available to you. So everyone is muted at this time. Please post any questions in the comments, and we will address all of those at the end. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and turn it over to Mike Carr to get us started.
Thank you, Jen. I am so excited to welcome all of you to the Naviant family, and equally excited to welcome the Versivo team members and Brett to the Naviant family. Brett and I have known each other for probably about a decade, and I've long admired the work that he and his team have done at Versivo. And of course, we all know Brett's a great guy and has built an incredible culture at Versivo. And what's really exciting is that I think you're going to find in Naviant that same culture and a lot of good people as well. So before I tell you a little bit more about Naviant, Brett, welcome to Naviant.
Thanks, Mike. Good morning, everyone. Whether you're here live or maybe joining the recording later, I really appreciate you making the effort to join us today and learn more about this transaction and the future with Naviant. I just did want to say a few words of hope and encouragement and let you know that you are in excellent hands with Naviant. You know, Versivo has been my baby for 20 years, and 2 weeks ago we did make the announcement that Naviant did acquire Versivo. And that wasn't a decision I made lightly. You know, we were stuck between a boutique firm and being able to achieve the scale that we really needed to make sure that we had opportunities for our employees and each of you, our customers, were serviced well. Looked at many different avenues to move forward and ultimately decided that it was time to sell to somebody who has achieved that scale. And as I went through this transaction, you know, Mike was one of the first people that I called because I have a tremendous amount of respect for Naviant. And in our conversations and in all the conversations I had during this process, it wasn't about how much money I could stuff into my pocket. You know, the priorities were making sure that our customers and our employees landed in a great spot. I've had an opportunity over the last couple of weeks to check in with all of our employees, and even if it's hard for me to hear sometime, they still have a gigantic smile on their face. It's not just words, it's actions. People have landed in a great spot. You know, Naviant does all the little things right. All the little things add up to big things. And I'm confident that you all are going to have similar experiences. You know, I shared with Mike that I have a hard time selling a bicycle because I'm afraid that I'm going to sell it and they're going to take it home, drive down their driveway and pop a tire and blame me for having sold them a defective bike. This transaction wasn't about when we closed it 2 weeks ago or the 2 week since. I want to make sure that all the constituents, and again, you customers are very, very important to me, are happy with this decision now, a year from now, 3 years from now. And I am very, very confident that we found the right partner to move forward with. And I'm excited for all of you to hear today about how Naviant goes about doing their business and all the great things that they're going to be able to do for and with you. So thank you very much, Mike. Thank you, Naviant team. And thank you, customers, for the 20 great years. Some of you have been around since the very beginning. Some of you are more recent. But I look forward to what's ahead for all of you. So thank you.
Well, thank you, Brett, for the kind words. Naviant at our core is a business consulting company. We fully recognize that our clients and Naviant need to have a full and complete appreciation of business, you know, the particular business problem that we're solving for, the people involved in the business, before we help build the technology solution to solve that problem. And I really can't emphasize that enough, that our goal is to help you solve problems. it's not to deploy technology. So solve problems, not about technology. And with that said, we quickly move to technology because I know you're interested in that. And as you look, if we go back just one slide, um, this kind of describes a little bit about the tool set that we bring to the table when we solve problems. Naviant has been in business for 40 years. Over the decades, the tools available to drive automation in the workplace have evolved and improved. And you see many of those tools in this illustration. Most recently, breakthroughs in artificial intelligence and large language models, this change and evolution has radically accelerated and are truly transforming the ways that we can solve the most challenging automation problems. And Navient is absolutely at the front of leveraging AI and LLMs and other automation technologies that are necessary for our clients to reimagine how they do work in their business or their organization. I think this slide kind of illustrates what that tool set looks like in terms of what we use to help our clients with that, building that automation roadmap and then ultimately deploying that automation roadmap. The next slide talks about the technology partners that we leverage to build that tool set. So you saw things like IDP and enterprise content management and workflow, process orchestration, RPA, data intelligence, AI. All those you'll find in the suite, the partners that we have here, and we are expert at the highest level with Highland, Abby, and UiPath. Those are our three flagship partners, and we are top partners with each of these software vendors. As well as we know that what we consider best of breed. I mean, really, our best of breed software in automation companies, and then we also leverage other partners to kind of fill out that tool set that we need to solve these problems for our clients. The next slide really illustrates the markets that we play in. We support over 500 customers in 4 primary verticals. The public sector. Public sector includes pension funds. One of our significant clients is the Wisconsin Employer Trust Fund, pension fund in Wisconsin. The healthcare space, both provider and payer, insurance, as well as commercial clients. The next slide just talks about our team, and we've got a team of 160 plus talented team members, passionate team members throughout the United States, and a strong presence in and around the DC, Virginia area. We have a work from anywhere philosophy, which really allows us to recruit at a very high level and attract and retain the most talented folks in our field. Next, the Naviant vision. A couple things I would want to point out with our vision is reimagine work, and we have never ever had the ability to reimagine work like we do today. And we're really excited to partner with you to sort of develop these roadmaps, these blueprints to help you reimagine how you can do work in your organizations. And the other point I just want to point out is that by reimagining work, we're allowing you to deploy your people and focus your people on what truly matters. And so, we don't view and don't believe that automation is a workforce displacement. It's a workforce enhancement. And so we're building solutions that really enable your team to do better work and more focused, impactful work. Our mission really highlights it guides what we do on a day in, day out basis and emphasizes our focus on being industry experts, technology experts, but always with a human-centered approach. And I think another key words in terms of how we think about our how we work with our clients, and its measurable outcomes. At the end of the day, what we do for you needs to make an impact on your business and solve significant business problems. Our values, and I'll just highlight a couple, but we are very much a vision, mission, values driven organization. A couple that I would point out: respect. And part of respect is open and honest and transparent communication. And that not only applies to how our team members at Naviant interact with each other, but also how we interact with our clients. And so we take great care, great efforts. We go to great efforts to make sure that we're always soliciting feedback. And I know Greg Albert will speak a little bit to this point, so that we really understand where you're coming from, and we're having very transparent conversations so that we can do great work together. The next value, growth. And we are a growth-oriented company, and we recognize that growth is so important for what we're able to deliver to our clients, and also our team members to give great careers, and then also just the impacts that we can have in our communities. And lastly, innovation. And Mitch will speak to our innovation team. It's front and center. It's kind of the business that we're in, so we need to be really good at it. And it is a value of Naviant. With that, I am pleased to turn the mic over to Greg Albert, our Chief Operating Officer.
Thanks, Mike. Appreciate it. And welcome, everyone. Excited to get to work with you and your teams. If we move forward, we're going to start off with just an overview of the Naviant services available to you. And really the core element and the base and the foundation of it is our blueprint. And what that is a roadmap for your automation journey. We have a team of consulting experts in your industries to help guide you in your automation journey and to build that roadmap for you. We also have a team that's there to deliver those results and to deliver the solutions, whether it be engagement managers, developers, architects. We're there to deliver your solutions. We also have a managed service team that's there to operate your solution. And so we're there to deal with the day-to-day of maintaining the solution, and we'll talk a little bit more about that later. And then finally, we have a great support team that's available 24/7 to help support and maintain your solutions. But I think it's important to put some faces to names, so I wanted to go ahead and share my leadership team. Upper left-hand corner is myself. I then have Nick Snyder, who is our Director of Customer Support. Jeff Luker, who oversees our managed service area. Mike Soul, who oversees customer success, and we'll talk a little bit about that later as well. And then Meg Melberg, who oversees our consulting practice. Going forward, talking a little bit about the support expectations for you. We have over 100 certified professionals in all of the products that we support, whether it be PMs, consultants, developers, engineers. They are all there to support you. As I already referenced, we provide support 24/7. Our standard business hours are 7 a.m. to 7 p.m., but if you have an after-hours emergency or need someone, someone will be on call 24/7. Our support commitment to you is that we want to triage issues within 1 hour. So when James is working with Nick, we want to be able to get back to you within 1 hour with who's going to work your issue and let's start working the problem. Customer happiness, Mike referenced that. We want excellence. I want a 5 out of 5 survey every time out of the team. And so you're going to get a survey every time you work with our team. And I encourage you, please fill it out. Nick, Mike Carr, myself, we review those every Friday to make sure that you're getting everything that you expect. If you don't get that 5 out of 5, let us know, because we want to pick up the phone and talk to you about how we can make that experience better. And then finally, we have a few ways to contact us. We have a phone support, and that's really for those emergency issues, so we can get someone on the phone with you right away. But we also have an email, support@navient.com, a customer portal, which I'll share with you a little bit, and as well as a live chat. Now, right now, I want you to continue to go through the processes you're going through today to obtain support. January 5th, we're going to go ahead and switch you over to Navient support system, where you go to support@navient.com and you can start accessing our customer portal. More information is going to come to you about this after this call. But if we continue to move on, I'll share with you a live chat that's available to you. If you go out to Navient.com, go to our customer support page, you can live chat with one of our team members. This is good for those quick and easy questions, maybe getting a response code. If you have a far more in-depth technical issue, I would definitely encourage you to open up a support issue, which you can do through the portal that you have on your screen right now. This allows you to see a full picture of all the issues that you have open with the team. You can update them, add attachments. It's really a great tool to get a full picture of all the support issues you have open. As we continue forward, I want to talk about our Navient Enhanced Support offering. This is a great offering. We have it here at Navient, and I'll highlight a few features. One is unlimited Tier 2 support. So that means your admins can pick up the phone, email, contact our support team. Unlimited hours are available to you to help with your issues as we move forward. We also provide 35 hours towards your next upgrade, because we want to incentivize you to get on the latest and greatest solutions to make sure your automation journey is exactly what you want it to be. We also have a comprehensive solution audit. We have a offering of a blueprint, which I kind of referenced just before, and I'm going to go into more details. But the most exciting piece here is we're going to offer this complimentary to you for the first year of being Navient customers. So from now, for the next year, you have this enhanced service offering available to you right away. To go into a few of our other offerings, we have delivery and managed services, and this is where we deploy your automation solution as well as maintain it long term. You will get dedicated team members. We do not do our services for delivery and managed services out of a pooled method. We're going to focus on your ongoing success and always looking to better that solution. We have 3 tiers of our managed service offering, whether you just need support for your organization, or you want to build out that consulting, or use our consulting team to build out that automation roadmap, or just to constantly expand your solution. We have those 3 tiers available to you. And as I said, we bring engagement managers, consultants, architects, developers to the table to help support you here. I referenced Blueprint a few times. It really is that foundation to your automation journey. The first thing we do is educate you and assess kind of where you're at. What are the automation opportunities? Where are you at today, so we can identify the opportunities that are available? We're then going to prioritize those opportunities that we identify. So we're going to take a look at what you can do to help improve processes and build that roadmap ultimately that will guide you on what do we start with and where do we continue to move forward. And we can deliver that blueprint to you, and we can also help implement that blueprint as well. And finally, I wanted to reference customer success advisors. This is a team of experts in automation that are there to help with your success and growth. And they really want to help understand your organization goals, set up those executive business reviews, and help roadmap you in your automation journey. They're also there for really any questions you might have. Now, we're going to be setting you up with customer success advisors over the next several months. So more to come here. But again, I'm really excited to get to work with you. It's going to be a great time, and I'm excited to help you on your automation journey. And next up is going to be Mitch with innovation.
Good morning, everyone, and to the Versivo team. Pleasure to have you aboard, and to the Versivo customers in the crowd today. Very excited to introduce to you something I'm personally very passionate about. 2 years ago, I went to Mike Carr and had proposed to him, given how quickly the state of enterprise technology was changing, to suggest that we needed to be serious about innovation. And it was an easy sell, because it's clear that the market is evolving rapidly, and the type of value that we can deliver for our customers, if we engage at a deeper level, was possible, unlike ever before. When we went to go and build a vision statement, we really wanted to focus on the customer. And so our MO is really to build solutions that wow you. Now, I think you've heard a lot about Naviant and all of the great things in particular that the organization can provide to you today. But I want to take you on a journey into the future. And Mike had talked about agentic automation as one of the core pillars in which we see the market evolving to drive business outcomes. And I want to give our definition for you. We see it as building an agentic organization as a strategic imperative for all of you, whether you're in the public sector, in the commercial space, in the insurance industry, or in healthcare. Artificial intelligence and automation is going to fundamentally change the way that work gets done. So, what is an agentic organization? It's one that's outcome driven. And it also deploys a digital workforce to automate tasks and augment human expertise. Now, I want to highlight, and we did it here on the slide as well, augment human expertise. This is where the real potential lies for us as leaders to really elevate the work that our team members are doing on behalf of the people that we serve. Getting rid of redundant, low value tasks is in particular where this technology can drive real value today. And some of those outcomes that we should be zeroing in on when applying our consulting and visioning and strategic road mapping capabilities with technology really are about reducing administrative costs. It's about reducing process cycle time. It's about increasing revenues per employee, or if you're in a highly regulated industry, auditability and compliance consistency. These are places where we're seeing tangible value being driven today. Next slide, please. And as Mike had talked about, it's not just about applying technology. There was a recent report that came out from MIT. They had surveyed business leaders and found that 95% of spend on generative AI pilot programs and solutions in the last few years had negative or imperceptible return on investment. And it's because, and we're in this sort of learning phase in the marketplace, but people are starting to understand what it takes to drive value. It's not just about ad hoc application of technology. It's not about product-led upgrades to your system. It's truly about having these three things in mind. The first is a strategic plan. You have to understand where you are today and where you want to go. It includes understanding if you have the correct data, the technology, or organizationally, if the people are ready. You have to understand where you should be focusing attention. In the last few years, so much focus had been on sales and marketing led efforts where they saw relatively little impact. But where this report from MIT found that the most value was driven was actually in back office and repetitive tasks. Again, like that, understanding where you should focus your attention is also critical to getting to on your path to building an agentic organization. In terms of architecture, really thinking about investing in the long run in enterprise-wide tech. Now, we have best of breed technologies in our stable, but we can also meet you where you are. You've made various technology investments. We want to help you use and leverage those tools to drive the outcomes that you are most focused on. And lastly, and most critically, having a value realization framework. This again goes back to that business challenge for all those business leaders who started funding programs. How are you driving value from the technologies and the programs that you are driving? Agile and iterative delivery, human-centric change management, continuous process intelligence. This is, I think, one of the coolest things. And manage governance and evolution to do things safely and correctly to reduce error and deliver on SLAs and any sort of expectations from your customers. Now, next slide, please. I want to linger on a solution that we had recently deployed at a large county. And it really addressed a problem at the intake stage in a process. So this county clerk the CIO of accounting clerk of this clerk's office came to us and said, I have a business problem. And that problem is I have a team of 10 to 12 people who are manually coding or labeling documents that are uploaded to a portal that is before they get pushed into queues in the county's court management system. And those queues are getting longer. The other challenge that they had was that they cannot hire people to do what is seemingly boring and low value and low paid work. This is exactly where automation can be implemented today to support and ultimately, in the long run, drive a process that is characterized by low value and repeatable human effort today. Now, it came to us, they have very stringent security requirements. If these are court documents, think of privacy and security is very important to them. So they were not interested in today pursuing one of the large foundational models provided by a company like OpenAI or Google. They wanted an on-prem deployment of an LLM. We found a solution for them and we helped build that for them. An iterative process with their team, taking our subject matter experts with the business unit owners, and we were ultimately driving towards an 80% straight through processing for this intake process. Now, this is real impact. It is about citizen services at the end of the day and delivering true value to the constituents that we serve. A more responsive public agency like a court system is exactly what constituents expect today. I want to highlight, though, at the technology level, these multimodal LLMs. And when I mean multimodal, it means it can take in any type of input, video, audio, text, or images, and reason like a human. Now, it's not perfect, but it's getting better all the time. And developing a framework in which it's not a set it and forget it, but to continually improve upon is how you drive value with these tools and capabilities. So next slide, please. So questions to think about. Do we have an agentic vision? Do we have a roadmap? And where should I go for inspiration? And I want to suggest that when you are seeking to understand and learn, hop onto Naviant's website, join one of our events or our blogs, or have a conversation with a team member of mine on the innovation team, because we would love to engage with you to help build your vision. Now, who are we? Like I said, this is a new part of Naviant that was started about 2 years ago. But ultimately, I handpicked, and through acquisition, we've also backfilled into the team principal consultants, engineers, technologists, people with serious experience using technology to solve business problems. But fundamentally, the requirement for me on this team is that we're builders. We'd love to engage with you to understand, to architect, and ultimately get our hands dirty and build the thing that solves your problem. And with that, I'll turn it over to Jason.
All right, appreciate it, Mitch. And I would highly encourage each and every one of you that's on this call or people within your organizations to plug into what Mitch is sharing, because that team is truly helping those organizations out there like you reimagine work with intelligent automation. Now I'm going to briefly just step into and kind of outline more of the logistics from the accounting and legal side of things. I just want you to know, throughout this whole onboarding transitional process, there is a team here that is looking forward to connecting and supporting with you. You can see them here. At any time on the next slide, we'll have email address, purchasing@navient.com. It's actively monitored. Anything you ever need from the accounting and finance side of things or legal side of things, you can go there and you'll get a very prompt response. So transitional timeline, what to expect. After this webinar, we're going to be reaching out to the primary contacts from an invite on the accounting side of things. We'll provide Naviant's W-9 and see, are there any any information that you need from us to go through vendor onboarding and all that. We've probably been through it all, so we're here to help navigate with you through that process. When doing new orders, I mean, you'll work with your account executives, statements of work. We leverage e-sign and all that. Or if you do return it, just through that purchasing team. When it comes to invoicing, very similar expectations. So what you received at Versivo will be very similar to what you have here at Naviant. And if you do require purchase orders or anything unique, just let that team know, and they're there to help and accommodate. And the last piece, really just on the renewals, similar process to what you've already had. So there shouldn't really be any changes there. But again, here to help. Let us know what you need, and we're looking forward to connecting with you. With that, I'll pass it off to our Director of Marketing, Jen Hine, to wrap us up.
Thank you, Jason. So I just have a couple things I want to share with you from an educational perspective. Here is our marketing team. Mike Campana is our CMO. He leads our team. You will have an opportunity to hear from probably everyone on this slide about the variety of educational opportunities that you get to be part of now that you're with Naviant. They're all completely free to you. As Mitch alluded to, we have a blog that's very active. A lot of thought leadership goes into that, and it will be more so even in 2026 from a vertical perspective. We have a monthly newsletter that goes out on the first of the month that you will receive. We have webinars, which I'll talk a little bit about in a minute, but I encourage you to follow us on LinkedIn and YouTube. We truly are a thought leader. A lot of information coming out from the industry and innovation and just even Highland updates. So I encourage you to engage with all of those. I wanted to mention our YouTube channel. There is a lot of great video content out there. Every webinar we've ever hosted is out there. We have playlists that are set up specific for training or customer stories. There's a variety of options there. I did want to encourage you to check out our website in order to get to all of the social platforms that we have. You just go to our main page, Naviant.com, scroll all the way to the bottom. You can access every social platform from there that's tied to Naviant. Our blog is from our homepage. You can access our customer stories library is here, and our resource library has a ton of great educational opportunities just built directly within it. The search is phenomenal, and you can use filters to find exactly what you're looking for. And then the events too, I mentioned webinars or different shows we'll be at, industry opportunities. Those you can find from our website too. Events is in the upper right-hand corner. To highlight a few of those, you can just see in Q4, we had 3 webinars that are truly about agentic and having an AI center of excellence. So encourage you to check out those recordings on our YouTube channel if they pique your interest. On the right-hand side, I just outlined kind of in Q1 what's ahead. So you can see we really do have that vertical focus that Mike Carr mentioned at the beginning of the call. So I encourage you to engage with those. One unique thing to Naviant is we do host an annual conference remotely. It's a virtual event, 100% free. Along with that goes on-base training recertification. So if you are system admin certified, you can get recertified at our event for free on the 3rd day. The first 2 days are really about just, again, being a thought leader, providing educational opportunities, sharing really from a vertical perspective. So Highland moved their event to May, Community Live. So we are moving our event to the fall to be able to spread everything out for you. Community Live registration just opened last week. If you have not heard, it is going to be Sunday through Tuesday. It's now a 2-day event for Highland with the add-on of the training on Sunday. So Naviant is actually hosting a special session for only our customers on that Wednesday morning. So you can fly out Wednesday afternoon still, but you can join us for 3 hours in the morning. It will be a phenomenal opportunity to be with other Naviant customers and have an extra 3 hours of in-person education and opportunities to collaborate. So I encourage you to register for that and join us on that Wednesday special session. A few other things from the Highland perspective. I wanted to make sure you knew that Highland did relaunch Community, which it is better able to search. They rebuilt it as kind of the front door to Highland. So all of your Highland resources, your support tools, downloads that you're used to having access to, your account details are all in community. Connect is something new that they did launch as kind of a community just for Highland customers. So 2 different opportunities to engage with other Highland folks and Highland customers. I mentioned, or Mike mentioned UiPath earlier. If you are a UiPath customer or if Agentic is something you are interested in, they have their strategic event happening in the fall. We will be there in a big way again this year, so I encourage you to engage with us there. With that, I want to leave you on this thought of Naviant is now your trusted partner. Mitch and Mike both talked about our deep industry expertise, our innovative solutions that we bring to the table that we're constantly iterating on, and that human-centered approach, which really is all driving towards meaningful outcomes. So thank you for joining us today. That is what we have for you. I do not see any questions in the chat currently. So I encourage you, if anyone has any additional questions, we will certainly address those for you. Just reach out to your salesperson and we will handle them there. But thank you again for joining us today. We're so happy that you're part of our Naviant family and we look forward to working with you.